settle or not to settle. I want to talk about first why is settling important. Can anybody tell me why settling is important?
So you can listen to presentations?
Yes. So you can listen to presentations without fussing around with the dog?
Dog barking?
Yeah, without dogs barking and settling. So it's really important that we have dogs that settle. And I talk about some of the things that are considered not settling, dogs popping up. So if you have that dog that's underneath you, go, hello, hello, hello. It's a demand barking. It's dog begging. What does begging look like to us with guy puppies or puppies?
They stare at you.
They're staring at us. In every other aspect, we're going to look at that dog as begging, except for this. And we're going to go, they just love me and they like food. Well, they do, and they do. So we want to identify it for what it is. Restless movement, that dog is constantly shifting. Or standing up and changing positions and constantly moving around. That is unsettled behavior. Needing toy entertainment. Babies, it's one thing. Yes? For babies, it's one thing. For the older dogs, if we're having to entertain them, they are still not settled. So they're continually keeping in what I like to call the game. So they're going, I'm entertained and I'm constantly having to be entertained to keep my attention, and then I go do other things. How many of you feel like you're under arrest by the dog sometimes? I see that little shy hand, but yeah, stick it up. Everybody knows you feel that way because you don't want to be embarrassed. Well, this is one of the things that I want to do. If you're noticing me right now, I stop when he does something I need to focus on because what comes first? Dog. So if he is starting to pull to this dog and he's going to sniff the ground, I'm going to hesitate for a split second. I'm going to fix that. So, and especially in a room like this, we're all doing the same thing. So nobody's looking at you, they're focusing on their own dog. So I encourage you with what we're going to work on right now, and I'm going to have you all help. I'm going to have you all slide your chairs out and get your dogs on your left side. I'm going to show you because we're all going to work on this together. But I'd like to know that two people that find that their dogs are really highly unsettled. Bring your dog up. Bring your dog up, please. I'm going to have you grab a chair.
That's my husband's volunteer.
Is what your her husband volunteered, she said. Okay. I'm going to have you go ahead and take that chair back. Yes. All right. Oh yeah, you need a treat back for this one. Go ahead and start there. Okay, so if you want to slide your chair that way just a smidge, you're good. And I'm going to have the rest of you slide away from your table. Give yourself some space around if there's another dog close to you. And I'm going to have you put your dog in a heel and a down next to you. Down. Okay, so what is a typical way a dog is going to be unsettled right now? Popping up and doing what else when they lay down next to you? They're going to do what? They're going to roll and they're going to look at you in that begging position. So everybody remember the protractor or microscope? So the protractor was this metal thing that had a pencil in it. So there was a pin. So our hand and our leash is going to be the pin. So I'm going to put the leash in my right hand and my leg is going to be where the protractor is. So my leash is a little bit short. So my dog's head is not going to be able to go back here, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to get him over onto his hip. If he's over on his hip against me, first of all, it's going to prevent you from falling out of your chair while you're working on this. But it's going to also have the dog close enough to me. So I'm going to move the feet, remember, kiss my glutes. Get ready flat practice? Same thing. I'm going to get his head to come back, which is going to roll him onto his right hip, and then I'm going to feed to the front. So now I have him close enough, I can do what I call a hover hand, which is I'm going to take my hand, and I'm going to put it. You see that? He went to get up. My hand is right there. It's not pushing him down. It's just hovering right above his jacket, shoulders. So if he goes to get up, it's going to be hitting my hand. I'm not pushing him back. I'm not holding him anywhere. I'm just having my hands above his shoulders. If he rolls like he just did, back out into that position, I'm going to roll him back over that hip. And I'm going to go right back here to my hand. So I can be leaning like this and not fall out of my chair. So my hand is just, again, right above the jacket, the shoulders. You need to bring him back a little bit closer to you. There you go. And you're going to hit him just down a little bit lower. That's why I said if they're rolling close to us, you're not falling out of your chair doing this. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit, and after a few bumps, the dog's going to quit moving. What is another thing that causes dogs to continue to bump, to set up and pop up? It's a big one. Food. So when we say it down, we mark it. Yes, and food. If we continue to add food to that picture, we keep the dog in the game. We don't allow them to relax and get out of the game. We keep them in it because we keep rewarding it. So our down has an implied stay. So that means when they go down, they should stay there until I give them something else to do. So until my dog down, he should remain in that position. And again, by teaching him, he's not going to get up, but by not allowing him those other rewards, which is what? What do we like to do with the dogs because they're so cute? Stare at them. How many of your dogs just bore into your eyes? It's because we offer the eye contact back. I have a dog that will literally stare at me when he pees. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm like the quirkiest dog ever. But it's because he likes to stare, and I have rewarded him by staring back. So I want you to practice, and I know it's hard because, especially in this environment, we're doing I like to call them mama eyes. You better not embarrass me in this way, place for all these people. Because we're looking at them, trying to get them to be quiet because we're staring them into submission. Does that make sense? You had a question, Maria?
Always.
I am so shocked, Maria. Yeah.
So you said if they get back off that hip we want them on, do the
Here's my glues. Yeah.
Isn't that kind of keeping them in the game to them? You're giving them
No, I'm just moving the dog into a position without doing the whole getting it. Because if I get them up and physically manipulate them, it adds more energy and more game.
So as long as they're laying down, we can treat for position.
I'm sorry, say that again?
So as long as they're staying down, we can still use a lure and treat to keep them in the right position.
Yeah, we lure a lot for different things. But while I'm training, this is just adding another tool to your tool bag. Some of you all may say, I've already got this. This just adds an extra, like if you go, I don't. And again, like I said, we tend to talk about behaviors. So we want to make sure that we're giving them some feedback and some information. And again, and then ignoring. Because I'm letting the dog settle without continuing to help that game going by rewarding it. Does that make sense? Anybody have questions? I gotta say, I'm so impressed right now watching. I was standing over here and kind of watching. There's a lot of settled dogs. So you guys are doing great jobs. So this is just, again, another piece to your puzzle if you're struggling with it. And again, one of the things about doing it right now is you can practice this the whole weekend, the whole 2 days. It gives you the opportunity to do this. Yes, ma'am.
Right hip or left hip?
The only reason I do it this way and have them come over on this right hip is if they're doing the left hip, what are they doing? Staring at us, and they're out here, so my lead is going to be this. So just for safety's sake and not losing my balance and falling on the floor, I don't be foolish. I have the dog right next to me.
So specifically kissing the left glute.
Mm-hmm. So he is in the position. Thank you for demonstrating. So again, it's really important. My hand is going to not let this leash slide through because he's going to get up and move, and that is not a goal. Sit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Well, I would normally get up and use a chair.
So can I use that?
I'm sure that's wrong.
Yeah, can I? Well, it's not wrong. It's just different. So can I say what you just said? So she said, what am I going to do? And she said, what am I? And I said, what you normally do. And she said, I normally get up and change. What pattern did we develop with that? So the dog thinks this is what we're supposed to do because we haven't shown them anything different. We're just showing something a little bit different. Perfect. Perfect. Now use your food. Put it in your left hand. And why I say to do it in the left hand, can you imagine like doing this in the right? And then again, you're going to fall out of the chair possibility. So put it in your left hand. That's one of the reasons why we have her go to this hip. Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why they have them. We have to go to the right. Excellent. Okay, now you sit up, put your hand just over the shoulder, behind, just on the jacket. It's really nice where the jacket's at because that's kind of the area you want to put your hand. And you're just going to hold it slightly over. So, exactly. I wouldn't worry right there. I would just keep your hand as much over the jacket as you can. So that's another thing that can cause pop-ups. What does she have in her hand? Yeah, so if we have a lot of food in our hands, I call it jazz hands. I show my dogs jazz hands all the time. I don't have anything. Because I know you have it in your hand. Okay, go ahead and cue up next to you. Cue up. Just pressure. Hold the pressure. I'm not going to try to make you look foolish in front of everybody. You kiss it, puppy. So kiss, 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 as you're giving pressure. Yay! Move this direction. So sometimes he's using a little bit of energy too. So Klondike, you can see his tail, he's a little more into it. He's a little more stoic. Klondike, good boy. Sit. Klondike down. He knows color cues, so I know I can cue him onto that head. Do you see the cue? I just curled my hand and he went into that head, so he knows that. I know he knows color response. And that's another reason why we do color cues. It's really simple just to go get him to move that way. Does anybody have any questions? I don't want to take any more time. Are we time? Great question. If they're doing it right, do we do intermittent reward? No. Yes, I take it back. Yes, we do. Good boy, good girl. We forget that's one of the rewards to tell them they're doing a great job. Okay, any other questions before I go along on my time? Because I can stay up here all day to talk to you. So, is there a question? Are we good? All right, great. Thank you, ladies, for participating. Appreciate it.